What's up, Welcome? How y'all doing? Yo, that was weak. I said, how y'all doing? Before I do my speech, I need everybody to stand up, please. Everybody stand up. Now take out your phones. We're gonna play a fun game. I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna say it back to me as loud as you can. And if it's good, we're gonna stop. And if it's not good, we're gonna make you do it again. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Not good enough. Let's try it again. This is gonna be the best day of my life. All right, one more time for good luck, because nobody likes doing things in twos. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Let's go. All right. So I am the energy guy. My name is Brian Mark, but I'm also a social media guy. I don't like to waste anybody's time, so I'm gonna share my own story with you guys on how we generated $18 million through my Instagram, and I'm gonna give you a step-by-step formula for how to do so. So in 2021, my Instagram account got disabled. I had just flown all the way to Mexico with an all-inclusive vacation with me and my wife. We're like chilling by the pool, enjoying drinks, and I get a notification from Instagram, your account has been permanently disabled. So I remember spending the next 48 hours doing literally everything that I possibly could to get my account back. I Googled every possible number that I could to get a hold of Facebook. I filled out the my account is disabled form probably 50 times. I even called somebody who gets accounts reinstated and paid $20,000. I was like, please get me this account back. So imagine your primary source of generating customer traffic gone. So this is where all of my clients were coming through. And if you had a brick and mortar business or a real estate office, it would be like, imagine putting like a permanent close sign on your door. I was like, this is a serious problem. So after 48 hours, I realized my account isn't gonna come back. Now at the time, I had over 800 podcast episodes that literally said, if you're interested in coaching, DM me on BMarkFit on my Instagram. I also had all of my reputation that I built up on that account for 8+ years of being a fitness coach, and it was the only way for me to acquire new clients, but just like that, it was gone. I'm like, what if I lose all my money? What if this is the end of PT Domination? What if I have to go back and get another job? It was honestly super scary, and I felt very alone. So I made a decision. When you're faced with adversity, you can either let adversity break you or shape you. I was like, this is not gonna be the thing that breaks me, it's gonna be the thing that shapes me. Instead of sitting around and hoping that my account was gonna come back, I started this account, The Real Brian Mark, from scratch, a brand new account, and I committed I'm going to get this account to 100,000 followers. Growing a brand new Instagram account proved to be a challenge because I didn't have any reputation or any brand. So on this new account, I decided that volume was gonna be the answer. So I posted 2 times a day, every day, 7 days a week, and I never missed. It took me 10 months after launching this account for me to get to 10,000 followers. We have over 100,000 followers at the time I'm writing the slides. On average, we enroll 100 new clients every month from my account. Each contract that we sign is worth $6,000. So 100 new contracts at $6,000 for the year is $600,000 per month in contracted revenue we generate from this account. Multiply that by 12 months, and we're talking $7.2 million in contracted revenue that we generate from this Instagram account every 12 months. So I'm gonna give you guys everything that I do on my social media, and there's gonna be no fluff. So 3 secrets to turning your Instagram into a money-making machine. Secret number 1, you need to create the perception of authority. Social media is a game of perception. You know when you meet somebody in the first 3 seconds, you make a snap judgment on whether or not you like them? It's called a first impression. And whether or not you like it, your social media is making a first impression on somebody as soon as they come to your profile. Unless your profile is creating a great first impression, when you go to send a message to a potential client, they're gonna click on your profile and they're gonna make a snap judgment. And based on that snap judgment, they're either gonna message you back or they're not going to. And that doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you multiply that by 100 DMs, or 1,000 DMs, that makes a difference between $0 a month and $100,000 a month. Make sense? So when you send people DMs, they're gonna ghost you. When you ask clients to work with you, they won't trust that you're the person that will help them achieve their goals. And you're gonna struggle for money every month because you won't have enough leads, enough sales calls, or enough people wanting to join your program. We're gonna break the perception of authority into 6 different steps so you can instantly make these changes and see a big uptake in the amount of interested clients you have. Profile picture, Instagram username, optimized username, tagline of who you help, clarity of purpose in the first 9 posts. Secret number 1, your profile picture must-haves. Put a close-up shot of your face/body where you can clearly see your physique or your facial expression. A lot of you guys have profile pictures where you're with 3 other people. Who are you? Or it's like in a dark room, or it's like your side profile where you're not even looking at the camera. When I'm DMing a prospect, I want them to see my little smiling face. Ideally, you wanna post a picture of your face/body where you're smiling, you look friendly. Bonus tip, use a background color. The way that you guys can do this is you go to the website remove.bg to remove the background of your photo. Then you can go on Instagram stories, upload your photo with a background color. Blue, yellow, and purple are colors that build trust. Instagram username. I would recommend making your Instagram username easy to remember. As an example, The Real Brian Mark. If your username is realestateagent6667334442, try telling that to somebody in person and then remembering it. Make it memorable and make it easy. You also can use your name in your Instagram or say exactly what you are, what you do. As an example, Gay Fitness Coach is one of my clients. Establish credibility by encouraging people to follow you. So you want to make your Instagram username easy to remember. Number 3 is your optimized username. So the difference between Instagram username is The Real Brian Mark at the top. Optimized username is Brian Ron Mark. If you put the little dash there, then you can put what you do. So it says business coach for online trainers. Instagram uses SEO. If any of your potential clients are searching for or whatever it is that you guys do, you guys can put that in your tagline in your bio, so when people are searching it, it's gonna pop up on Instagram's search feature. Make sense? So my ideal clients are searching for business coach for online trainers, so that's what I chose my username as. I also like to claim the #1 spot in my industry, so I didn't have enough space in here. But as an example, one of the things you could do is you could say the #1 fat loss coach for men in Toronto. Number 4, the tagline of who you help. You need to be very clear on what you do and the type of person that you want to work with. Now, when I say tagline of who you help, what I like to do is either focus on a person or a problem. An example of focusing on a person is I help men that are 35 plus get absolutely shredded in 90 days. Obviously, my avatar is men 35 plus. That's a person. Now, a problem that I could focus on would be like low carb dieting, because if I wanted to work with men and women and I didn't want to niche myself down to like this one person, then I could focus on the problem of low carb dieting. And I could say, I help men and women break free from the low carb dieting life, eat 10 times more carb, and drop 10 pounds of body fat in 90 days or less. So this is the tagline of who you help. Again, we're trying to create a good first impression. So if somebody sees one of your reels, they land on your page, they're like, oh, I know exactly what Sarah does. Clarity of purpose in your bio. You should have a very clear description of how you can help, impact, and how people can contact you about coaching. If you guys do this one thing right now, I promise you, you're gonna get more leads and you're gonna thank me later. Put something in your bio where somebody can DM you a keyword if they're interested in working with you. Because when people land on your profile, some people are way too lazy to fill out an application. So if they can just DM you with a keyword and then you can run them through some qualifying questions, which I'm gonna give you, you're gonna be more likely to get a client. You should also have a clear call to action to apply for your coaching program by tapping the link in your bio. The first 9 posts in your profile. When you're posting on social media, a big mistake that everyone makes is, I do real estate investing, so I'm only gonna post about real estate investing. If you go to Ryan Pineda's social media, one of his last 9 posts was him golfing. He's posting that stuff because he's not just the real estate investor, he's Ryan Pineda. Does that make sense? So for you guys, you can't just be posting like, here's how I can get you these results, and here's how I can help you grow your business, and here are 3 tips to help you do this thing. Boring, unfollow. You should have connection, proof, and value. Connection is like, this is me with my family. This is me golfing. This is me watching my favorite sports teams. Value is, here are 3 tips to help you get your next client. Proof is, look at all these clients that I'm working with that are getting incredible results. And then documentation is like, hey, I'm just going for a walk and I wanted to share something with you. I would highly recommend having one of your best client transformations or a case study of a client that you've worked with pinned to the top of your profile so people can instantly see that you know what you're talking about and that if they follow you, they're gonna get results. Follow me at The Real Brian Mark, by the way. My goal with my followers is I wanna create so much value with my content that people could get results whether or not they hired me. If somebody went to your page right now and they followed you and they looked at your last 9 posts, if they just consumed that content and took action on that content, could they get results without hiring you? If the answer is no, that's where you need to work. Shifting the perception of my profile to be an authority allowed people to find my profile, find my videos, consume my content, and apply for my program. It also gave me the opportunity to speak on the stage. Because when I met Ryan Pineda at Utah, I shook his hand and I'm like, the reason I dyed my hair blonde is because of you. He's like, dude, I've been seeing you on my newsfeed a lot more. And then that led to this opportunity. So it led to opportunities, it also leads to more money. So my Instagram generates $600,000 worth of contracted revenue per month, and the first secret is to shift your perception online of that to an authority. Secret number 2, getting hundreds of people to apply for your online coaching program. Unless you master what I'm about to tell you, you're always gonna struggle for money. So I'm gonna break this down into 3 things. Instagram stories, what's working right now to grow, and the content schedule you can stick to. First things first, the more that you post in your story, the more valuable you are. I signed 60% of my clients through my content that I post on IG stories. It's that important, which is why it's first. On a daily basis, your story should have videos of you talking, social proof, behind the scenes, and polls for people to engage with. Videos of you talking. It's a proven fact that the more you talk in your Instagram stories, the more that your audience trusts you. It's called the parasocial relationship, and you guys can look this up. The parasocial relationship refers to the relationship that an audience member has when they're watching somebody, the same neurons fire as if they're having a conversation with their friend when they're watching somebody on video. And so you need to get on video more so that your audience views you as a friend. Social proof, before and after stories, screenshots of client wins, testimonial videos, this sort of consistent documentation allows your audience to see that if they start working with you, they're gonna get results. Behind the scenes of your daily life. And so you need to showcase you're a real person so your audience can be not only inspired by what you say, but also by what you do. Polls for people to engage with. You want to consistently give people polls to engage with so you can start conversations and build community. Okay, so what's working right now to grow by thousands and thousands of followers? First things first, Reels are king, period. Unless you're posting on Instagram Reels, you are going to get left behind. They are the single greatest way to grow on Instagram, and all of the content that you post on your Instagram Reels can be repurposed to TikTok, to Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, and more. So here are some common Reel mistakes: following the trends and posting trending audios. When you become the trend person, you never actually find your voice. And people might find your page, but they're not gonna buy from you because they don't know who you are. It's really uncomfortable for us to just like start sharing our truth, because when you talk about stuff you actually care about and nobody engages with it, it almost hurts a little bit more, right? Like, why does nobody resonate with this content? This is something that's actually real for me. And it's not that the content is bad, it's that the way that you're delivering it needs to be modified based on what Instagram wants to see. Instagram wants more people on their platform for longer. When you post video content that gets people to engage, gets people to follow, save, watch, share, Instagram will reward that because you are helping Instagram with their goals. They want more people on the platform for longer so that they can advertise to them more. So the better your video content gets, the more the Instagram's gonna reward you. Does that make sense? There's nothing wrong with your message. You just need to change how you deliver it so that the algorithm is like, oh, people are watching this stuff. I'm gonna share this stuff out more. Another mistake, copying other people without knowing what your core message is. My core message, I wanna inspire one person in this room to go after their dreams. I believe that's my purpose on this planet. You need to figure out what your core message is. Everybody wants to make more money, but that can't be your core message. Nobody's gonna follow you, you're like, I just wanna make more money. And the last thing is being addicted to the views. Guys, 1 in every 30 to 40 videos goes viral for me. And the viral videos are the ones that bring in all the followers. So if every time I post a video, I'm checking my notifications every 3 minutes, I know y'all done that. We can't do that. We literally have to just get addicted to the process of posting for the sake of posting, because over time we're gonna get better. Here are the best practices. Follow your heart and find your voice. So obviously you need to know exactly who it is that you wanna talk to. That should be 50% of your content. Other 50% of your content should be what your core message is. What do you wanna be known for? If you can figure out what you want to be known for, then you can run all your content through that filter and be 1,000% committed to the process of consistently posting and forget about the views. So I just want to show you guys why it's so important to post connection reels. So my definition of value reels is like content that's so good that people can get results just from consuming it. So on the left, we have a value reel. Don't give them the price before explaining the value. You guys can see the saves. Yeah, like, by the way, if you guys want to know if your value reels are good, look at the saves. Why? Because if people are saving it, it means it was so good they had to come back and watch it later. The reason I wanted to show you guys this is this connection reel is literally a reel of me and my wife telling each other how much we love each other. And that reel has 1.3 million views. So if I'm only like the business guy that's posting the value, then I'm not gonna get those reels that are gonna go turbo viral, get me all the followers, and then those followers are gonna see the value. Does that make sense? A content schedule that you can consistently post, that you can consistently stick to, so you can always be growing. So here's my recommendation. 1 time per week, post an incredible transformation. You can be a reel or a picture of one of your best clients. Social proof sells, and the more that people can see that you're working with clients that are getting results, the more that they're gonna wanna work with you. 2 to 3 times a week, post a reel that tells a story of you overcoming adversity. Why? Because you didn't come out of the womb as an expert, right? So share your story. You can tell people or you can show people. Right, so the value content is like, this is how you do it. And then the connection content is like, this is how I did it. Does that make sense? Secret number 3, booking 5 to 10 calls per week. Number 1, make sure you have DM me keyword in your bio for a specific result. Number 2, make sure you have your application for your online coaching program in your bio and a written description directing people to apply. People need literally step-by-step instructions. If you don't give them step-by-step instructions, they're not gonna click. Also, do not put a link tree in your bio. They decrease conversions because when somebody clicks on your link tree, they're like, oh, I wanna work with Brock. They click on this link tree and there's 5 different options and they're like, I don't know which one to pick. I'm out, peace. Versus if it's just the application for the thing that you wanna sell, like I'm sure that most of you guys have one thing that generates most of your revenue, right? Raise your hand. Exactly, so put that one thing in your bio. Apply to work with me, boom, with that one thing. Now when they click it, it's a very simple, here, apply here. And they're like, okay. Now I'd recommend posting a hard call to action once a week and a soft call to action once a week. So a hard call to action is this. Here's an example. I'm looking for 5 entrepreneurs who want to make an extra 5 to 10K in the next 30 days. If that's you, DM me mentor. That's a hard call to action. It's like I'm looking for a very specific amount of people that want to get a specific result in a specific time frame. If that's you, DM me keyword. Soft call to action would be this. It's one where you're asking a question that encourages people to comment or DM you or vote on a poll, but it's not directly asking them to work with you. An example is, do you have a business plan for New Year's resolutioners? So here, right here, there's only 12 days left to January 1st. Do you have your business plan for New Year's resolutioners? Yep, thanks to you. Obviously, those are my clients. No, I need some help. Or I always put a -1, no, you're a scam artist. Because Instagram hack, right? A lot of you guys are afraid to get hated on. Getting hate is actually a good thing. Because all those haters that are voting are actually pushing my content. So I'm like, thanks for the extra clients, guys. Now, a call to action blast means don't just put it on one platform. If you're gonna do a call to action, do it on multiple platforms. Business is a game of systems. So if you're gonna do a call to action, you may as well do it on Instagram stories, Instagram newsfeed, Facebook stories, Facebook newsfeed, Instagram and Facebook Live, TikTok, Facebook Reels, and Instagram threads. Because you might get 1 vote on your Facebook story, 2 votes on your Instagram story, 3 comments on your Instagram, 4 comments on your LinkedIn, and now you've got 10 leads instead of 2. Make sense? And if you're gonna do it on a specific day of the week, say Monday we do hard call to actions, because usually after Mondays is when people go back to work, they hate the job, they don't wanna be there. Or if you're in fitness, Mondays is when most people just eat a bunch of food, they drink, they party. Mondays is always a really good place to do call to actions, and then Thursdays to space it out evenly throughout the week. Never send cold DMs. Instead, post content that's so good that gets people to DM you. That's an obvious answer, but it's the truth. If you guys want to build a business that lasts, you shouldn't be focusing on outreach. You should be focusing on creating content that's so good that people DM you. Here are the 5 most important questions to ask. You guys can screenshot this. So when a prospect DMs you, you DM a prospect, you need to ask for permission. Do you mind if I ask a couple of questions to see if I can help? Do you mind if I ask a couple of questions to see if I can help? They're gonna say yes. What's your biggest struggle in insert niche right now? What's your biggest struggle in buying a house? What's your biggest struggle with getting started in investing? What's your biggest struggle in whatever niche you're in? No matter what they say, you're gonna be like, that completely makes sense. A lot of my best clients struggle with that. What would you say is your #1 goal in insert your niche right here? And why is that important to you? In the next 60 to 90 days, what are the top 2 to 3 results you're looking for? This is gonna give them something tangible for them to wanna book the call with you. Then the 5th most important question is, would you like some help with that? Once they say yes, then you can offer a consult. I'll tell you what, why don't we set up a quick 15-minute call? We'll talk about your #1 struggle of not being able to slide into deals, your biggest goal of landing your first deal in the next 30 days, and I'll give you a game plan to help you achieve that. Are you up for that? You're gonna say yes, and then you're gonna book the call. I just gave you all the sauce, but wait, there's more. So when you're in the conversation, you need to be paying attention to the signs of a 5-star prospect. Now, my definition of a 5-star prospect is this. A 5-star prospect is somebody who's ready to buy and interested in your service. They're friendly and cooperative. So if I send John a DM, I'm like, hey, John, how you doing? How's your day? And he's like, fuck off. I'm like, oh, great, okay. That's not a 5-star prospect, right? So I'm not gonna engage with that prospect. But a lot of people do. They're like, oh, how do I overcome that objection? You don't. You just move on to the next guy, right? Willing to engage in dialogue, so they're responsive to your questions. They seem interested in replying to you. If they're replying to you, they're interested. That's my thing. They know what they want, they know when they want it, and they want some help. That's my definition of a 5-star prospect. Most people think that advanced people skip the basics when the reality is advanced people never skip the basics. I'm here at WealthCon, I'm still posting 3 times a day, every day on social media. I never miss. If you mastered these fundamentals that I just gave you for the next 365 days, a lot of you guys are gonna have completely different businesses. I have a bonus tip for you guys though. If you delete all of your Instagram stories right now and you post 1, there's 2 options to post. #1, you can post a poll for people to engage with. So you can take a picture with you and your homie at WealthCon, right in front of the WealthCon picture, and you could be like, something like, do you believe investing in yourself is important? Like, hell yes I do, maybe sometimes, or no, it's a scam. And you post that up and you leave it for 24 hours and you don't post anything else up on Instagram, it actually hacks the algorithm. Instagram rewards engagement, so if you only have 1 story up, and people are reacting to it, like they're voting, they're sending you a DM, they're commenting, or whatever, it will hack the algorithm and it will tell Instagram, this is a very good story, and typically you'll see 3 to 5 times more reach than your story views. So here are 2 examples. So example #1, this is a call to action that I did. The key is you only have to have 1 story up, so delete all of your stories, and then don't post anything after you post it, and leave 1 up for 6 to 8 hours. So it says, I'm looking for 5 online coaches who want to make an extra 3 to 5K in the next 30 days and catch the New Year's rush. That's you, vote here. I'm in, how do I sign up? I'm interested, can you send me more info? I'm already your client, or I don't care at all. So I leave that up, don't post anything. Another example is, want to grow your fitness business in time to catch the New Year's rush? Offering 25 to 45% off business coaching for the first 5 online trainers. That's you, DM me 45% off. Again, Instagram rewards engagement, so everybody that DMs me, that's telling Instagram, oh, this is a really good piece of content, I need to push it out more. Cool, come talk to me at the end of the day and show me the results. I'd love to celebrate with you. Follow me on social media, that's it. Thank you. You're a good guy. Thanks, guys. Matt.
Come on, guys. Give it up for Brian Mark.